The classification of thermoplastic shaping processes are the extruded products with a constant cross-section, the continuous sheets and films, the blow molding, the continuous filaments, the molded parts that are mostly solid, the hollow molded parts with the relatively thin walls, discrete parts made of formed sheet and films, the casting, and the formed products. One of the most widely used forming and shaping of the plastic processes is the extrusion. In the extrusion, the molded plastic or the elastomers is forced through a die. The extruded product is then cooled either by exposing it to air or by passing it through a water-filled channel. The extruded product is then coiled or cut into a desired lengths. The typical products are the solid rods, channels, tubing, pipe, window frame, sheet, pellets for the other plastic processing methods. The plastic-coated electrical wires and cables are also extruded. The extruded can also be used as a symbol of melters for injection molding and the blow molding. The main process parameters are the extruded screw speed, the barrel wall temperature, the die design, and the cooling and the drawing speeds. The solid hollow shapes, like the tubes, can also be produced by using the extrusion die with a spider legs. The co-extrusion for producing a barrel, equipped with a mandrel that blow the air. The version created is going to be used in another operation known as a blow molding to produce a barrels. In wire and cable coating, a polymer melt is applied to a bare wire as it is pulled at a high speed through a die. The wire will provide rigidity during the cooling. Product is wound onto a large spools at speeds up to 50 meters per second. Thin polymer films and common plastic bags are made from a tube produced by an extruder. The polymer sheets and film difference is that the film thickness is below 0.5 millimeters, while for the sheet, the thickness is range between 0.5 millimeters up to 12.5 millimeters. The materials for the polymer sheets and film are mainly thermoplastic polymers, like the polythene, the polypropylene, the polyvinyl chloride, and the cellophane. Most widely used processes are continuous high production operations. These processes include the slit dye extrusion of the sheet and film, the blown film extrusion process, and the calendering. Slit dye extrusion of sheet and film using a narrow slit die opening to produce a plastic sheet and film by conventional extrusion. The slit may be up to 3 meters wide and as narrow as around 0.4 millimeters. The polymer melt stature is changing, and this may result in non-uniform thickness throughout the width. Usually, we are going to have thickening at the edges. Thus, the edges of the film must be trimmed. The blown film extrusion process combines extrusion and blowing to produce a tube of thin film. The process sequence starts with the extrusion of the tube, and then the tube is going to be drawn upward while still molten and expanded by the air inflated into it through the die. In calendaring, the feedstock is passed through a series of rolls to reduce the thickness to the desired gauge. Usually, it's expensive equipment, but provide a high production rates. The process is noted for the good surface finish and high gauge accuracy. Typical materials are the rubber or the rubbery thermoplastics such as the plasticized PVC. The products are the PVC floor covering, shower curtains, the vinyl tablecloths, the pool linears, and the inflatable toys.